Well, good morning, everyone. That's what I get for being in a rush and not having some screens set and others properly set. And I still see an error. Doggone it. Hang on a second. Let me get things fixed. We are not doing that nice long flight that you see there, folks. We are going from Dublin over to Liege, Belgium. Hang on, let me make that erroneous change one more time. Oh my goodness, what a morning. All right, now let me see if everything's titled. Whoop, wrong page. There we go. Now we're going to the right places. My apologies there, one and all, for those of you thinking you're going to see the A320. We flew it yesterday. We had a blast. Thought about it really today, but then again, I know there's a lot of you out there that still love the ZIBO. So we'll go ahead, put her back in the air today. And, well, we'll see what we can do afterwards. All right, so we are sitting on the ramp, like I said, in rainy Dublin. Hang on, we'll prove it. There we go. You saw the rainy part. Now we're here on the ramp. We haven't opened up yet. We're about to, and we're going to start cold and, well, kind of cold and dark. We're sort of powered up, ready to go. We just got to throw the cargo in, run the checklists, and go from there. Matter of fact, I'm going to kind of make this a little easier on myself. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and throw this flight plan in for a co-route since it's a European flight plan, folks. So hang on, download. And it's there, and let's move it where it needs to be. Output, and okay, for those not familiar with the hierarchy of the X-plane menus, where flight plans go for X-plane. Now, if you've got an add-on, not going to say TOLUS because I don't 100% know if you store them the same way or not, but a lot of them go right into the flight plans for the sim itself, located in your output, and then oddly enough, it says it, FMS folder. Let me make sure I said it right. Way this day's gone so far, I probably got it wrong. Yep, FMS plans. Again, flight factor, you may actually have to put them in different folders. Read sim brief when you're doing that. So it tells you exactly where to put them. All right, but again, all of that aside, we are in Dublin. Getting ready to fly, like I said, over to Liege. We're flying in their 737s over there for TNT. And this is for Millennium Aviation, not FedEx Express that I love to fly for. We'd have to take off from Des Moines if I did that. Nah, that's a long haul, folks. For a day off right before I go back to work, not a good idea. I know some of you go, yeah, that get the 7.4 in here. Yeah, I don't want to take off from Des Moines in a 7.4. So, oh, and by the way, the weather is, okay, we'll put it marginal beautiful here. We got clouds, but we're pushing 70 degrees here in St. Louis for the first time in probably, get this, a month. Wait a minute, February was a month before. Yeah, we had a warm February here. We're paying for it in March, believe me. Who knows what April lies ahead? April Fool's Day's not far away. All right, so enough out here, enough chatter. Let's get in the cockpit here where you all want to see, and let's get after it, shall we? Oop, one too many. There we go. All right, first thing I like to do, bring up my lights in the cockpit. Got used to flying an Airbus here, so bear with me, folks, as I get reacclimated to how My short keys for screens are working here. Those of you that know where that line came from, I got used to flying. I'll finish it if you know where it comes from. Good sci-fi flick. That's my only hint. Chat box if you know the answer. All right, so we've got that fired up. All right, so let's go through the preliminaries real quick. Battery's already on, folks. Otherwise, we wouldn't have lights and screens. We'll put that to ground power. Ground power, must be on. Yeah, go figure. And it is. Let's get the fuel pumps turned off, and we'll get the fueling here momentarily. AC/DC, yes, Hawker 125, fire up your AC/DC music because we're moving the switch to them. Okay, actually to ground power, but still. And then up to the IRS, and what I'll do, this outer knob, move it to heading status, and then when you turn these off, we'll do our quick checks while we're up here waiting on it. Oxygen's good, 3 green, oxygen looks good, EECs are on. Standby radio speakers are good. Speakerphone or service center phone off. Dome lights checked. ELT we're good. Okay, as I mentioned, when I turn this to align, we're going to get on bat and how long it's going to take to align. 9 minutes in this case. Align and align. Let's go to nav. Okay, as we come down, from there, let's check the cab. Utility, IFE seats, both on. Heat equipment cooling, both normal. And emergency lights armed. We're about to start fueling. And anti-collision lights off. Logo light will turn on. Strobe position and strobe lights. Okay, down, you just get the steady red and green on the tips. Up, you get the red and green plus the anti-collision strobe lights. All the rest of the lights are set or off. All right, continuing, window heat's on. We'll go ahead and set up the IRS real quick. And no, folks, it's not the Internal Revenue Service we all have come to hate. All right, so we got this. Now, it is update day, folks, for nav data. Yippee. That's part of the moving around quickly. I forgot about that today. So you all get the warning from me. If you're going to fly and you want to keep your stuff up to date, today's the day to update it. We are now 2303. That's not the right number. Anyway, the more important number is right here. Not until April 19th do we update again. We're into 737-800. Everything else looks good. Let's go to the initialization. EIDW. Boom. You could put the gate. One of these days I am going to do this. I'll probably, well, you know, I might do it online. Not today, because I'm just going to go down here. Today is the 23rd. An odd day, we all know I like to use the left side on the odd day. Right side, I use the even. Let me see if my... I was going to say, does it give me credence? I don't know. I was going to look to see. All right, so there's that, and bam, bam, route. Put that up here, and we're going to Echo Bravo, Lima Golf. Whoa, somehow the oh, I know what I did. I did that. Let's see where we go. We're in destination. EBLG. Boom. Flight number today, FDX55. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. We're aligned. We'll come back here in a few minutes and finish up the full rundown of putting the route, the performance, and N1 and trims and all of that good fun stuff in a moment. All right, we're just going to continue on. So the probe heat back up top is off. Anti-ice is off. Electrics. Oh, we need to do something. I just realized because we're sitting at flaps 10. Why it does this, I have no idea. One of these days I'll consult with SkyMax, find out what am I doing? What did I set wrong in the settings to get flaps 10 in the beginning? All right. And we're slowly, okay, it'll be there when we get there. All right, anti-ice engine. Engine pumps are on. As soon as we're set, we can turn them off. Continuing on. Trim air on. And isolation valve open. I think our flight goes to 35. Hang on, let me check. Oh, this is what I get. Not fully prepared, folks. Sorry. Yeah, 35. So we'll set 36. And I think it is 250 or very close to our altitude there. 651? I thought it was 2 something. $651. Okay. My bad. Yeah, we'll just set it for 650. All right, let me check our flaps real quick because we're ready to fuel the aircraft. Flaps are set. Boom, boom. All right. Finally, bleeds are on. Packs are on. Let's put some fuel in this thing, shall we? All right. I hit the wrong key, yes. But that does look good. You're all going, where are the winglets? They don't have them on this version, folks. Okay, and over here's where I wanted to go. All right, just for the realism, folks, let's go ahead, get the doors and the cargo bays open. Come back, put the air stair out. Okay, and quick look. You'll see there's the air stair. And there's, and sorry folks, unlike the new Tollus A320, we have no eye candy in the form of little vehicles pulling up to the airplane. Sorry. All right, so payload for today. Let's see. Let's go ahead, bring up some toolkit. We'll just do it from that way, folks. Matt Air, have I tried the Level Up 737? No, and I've heard, I have not verified in a while, it's not compatible with X-Plane 12 yet. Only have heard a nasty rumor if it is, but I have not heard that it's good for 12 yet. And no, I never tried it in 11. I just stayed with ZIBO. I'm okay with just the 800. Mainly because that's what FedEx flies now, is the 800s with it. But yeah, as I've heard, and you could check, double check, the rumor mill I got it from says Level Up doesn't work in X-Plane 12. Probably a nasty rumor started by one of those other streamers out there. All right, let's load this up. Payload for today's flight. Oh yeah, I meant to bring some toolkit up. Yeah, it's going to be one of those flights, folks. Get ready. This could be fun. All right, there's some toolkit, folks. Yeah, I'm covering it up and did that intentionally. All right, ATOS for here. You can see now when ATOS is up on VATSIM, boom, we get it here. They're Delta, and they're using 282 left for departures. We're going to take 28 left, the shorter of the two. In real life, there's something out there published saying 28 right is supposed to be used, 28 left only arrivals, or I forget how it read, but It's flight sim, folks. We do as we please. Unless ATC from VATSIM tells us not to. All right, transition level. That's important, folks. We're in Europe. It doesn't stay 7,000, folks. It could be 7,000 here, 5,000 at Liege, 3,000 down in Paris, 12,000 in London. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason in Europe to it. So always be mindful of that in ATISs. You're not going to get that in the U.S. because it's always 18,000, period. End of discussion. They don't change it. Also in Canada, Mexico, and most of North America, Alaska included. So pretty simple to fly in the States or in North America. Europe gets a little complicated. All right, our winds are 220 at 11 and variable. So we're looking at about a 60 degree cross at about, well, you can see how it's going to affect our takeoff here on the nice little chart Sim Toolkit gives us. Isn't that special? Let's see, visibility 10 kilometers, and showers and rain, and few clouds at 900, CVs 2200, 4500 broken. There's our ceiling, and temperature 10 degrees, 2.6 Celsius. 984 on the, so there you go, folks. They're telling us 2/8, so we'll use 2/8 right. Fun thing here, when I first made this flight plan up, it was telling me to take off on 16. NOTAMs have that closed. Gotta love how they don't talk to each other. All right, and I may not have read the NOTAM fully through enough because I wasn't planning on using 16. Loadout for today, to get this show on the road, we got 116 brave souls. That'll be 116 pieces of cargo. How about that? 27,500 pounds of cargo or of payload, or 122,359 in the pounds for ZFW. Just under 15,000 pounds of fuel, and we're going to fly at a cost index of 85. All right, we are going to do the 23 initial out of Dublin. AMPIT, we're going to climb to 35,000, and unless our top of descent occurs beforehand, we will not be coming down at BPK. We'll stay till top of descent. I'm not playing this up, down, round, over, eat, at, no, we're going to go straight at it, make it as simple as possible today. Routes up here, if you can't read that, I'm having a hard time myself reading it, and I've got it in bigger form than you. There it is in the chat box. All right, folks, so we are ready to go. That is our pre-flight. If you want to see the flight plan, we're in the American Airlines format. So what that gives us, and I really, folks, you know, the LIDO is great, which is default when you come out of SimBrief and you generate and you don't change your flight plan format. That's a fine one to use. But boy, this one really digs down. I mean, right here in the initial part gives you just about everything you need. Boom, right here in front of your face, right off the bat. I've got airplane, flight number, Dublin to Liege, alternate Brussels, takeoff fuel. Here's what we're going to release. Our burn, our planned arrival fuel, 1 hour, 19 minutes. Right there, folks. Boom, there's our flight. We're done. I mean, I love this format. Then let's talk about our alternate route. So if we have to go from Liege to Brussels, well, we're going to go on the LNO 8S to LNO to LNO 4A into Brussels. Makes that simple. So it really, and then there's our ATC strip right there before we go into our individual fixes. I really like this format. But the neatest part comes here as we get transition from the flight route to the fuel. In between, we get some of our weights. But then we get this one, payload, 27,580, cost index, scheduled departure at 1650, possible, winds, This I haven't figured out fully yet. Plus 31, my wins that I showed averaged out at 234.69. So I don't get what this component thing, unless that's our component in flight. And folks, that's a lot of years removed for me to remember components and all of that and wins. And then here's our fuel, folks. The only thing that the United's one that I use for Piedmont, they have on it if I want to go up or down on my cost index. Say I want to go up to, I think it's 130 would be in this case, or down to 30. It would tell me the fuel, changes to request. Overall, if you try it once, folks, it's really informative. Oh, and yeah, let me show you the bottom of this thing. So you're going, but it doesn't tell me how to get to that payload. Yes, it does. Go all the way to the bottom. And there's your passengers, lap, crew, 0 fuel weight, takeoff weight, fuel on board, la, 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 la. Again, all the way at the bottom. That was added at the request of Virtual American. That's the story he's telling, and he's sticking to it. All right. So anyway, there's our flight plan, folks. So let's get the Sim2 kit out of the way. So what we'll do is open up payload, and it's not going to load it like it said, but it's going to be close. And we said 27,580. Couple of ways you can load it. You can put 27,580, which I'm going to do, or 27.6, and it's going to make it fill up here and then put a little down here. Oh man, I again don't know much about Level Up. I know a couple of streamers that fly it, but yeah, so it sounds like they fell off the earth last April. Well, I thought I saw people flying it since then, but anyway, but ZIBO, yes, just updated. Probably I don't have the latest. For those interested, here's what I have: version 3.55 and all of this good stuff. So anyway, so there's our loadout for here. Go back to payload. Let's put our fuel load in here. And that was 14,965. 14,965. Boom. Go to fuel.
Ground flight deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
All right, that was really quiet. Hang on, folks. That is because we had some troubles yesterday. All right, so that gets us going with fuel, folks. Now, we're going to switch over. Oh, wait, we're not in that plane. Let's go ahead and start that part of it, even though there isn't much. And we're going to get back to the checklist. So now that we're fueling, trim air, isolation, engine bleeds, fuel, okay. And let's go ahead, because we're probably real close. Let's find out just how close. We're ready to align. Oh, we are going to align, because I've already done our initial. There we go. I forgot about that. All right. So let's continue here, shall we? Okay, our company route was... Oh boy. Well, if it's like I think it is, EIDW EBLG OD1. Activate. Execute. There's our route. All right, so let's go up here. Let's go to legs. And then let's switch to arc. I'm sorry, it's not arc, it's plan here in the good old world of Boeing. I know some of you will never go to X-Plane. Understood. I was one of those, but I finally converted and really love it. And let me look at something here real quick. Let's go to route. I think I got to put the runway in. Okay, I do. So direct DEXEN. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go to our departure arrival page, departure. Let me make sure. Airport 28 left. Then we're going to select DEXE2A. All right. Execute route. All right, now we're going to bear with me a second, folks. Let's go to at least 40. 20 was good. All right, now we're going to step through our flight plan and make sure everything's capiche. I would put the charts program up here, folks, but it just, let me see how this, if I can get it to line up to where, let's bring it in just for the heck of it. Charts. We're not going to get it, I don't think. All right, well, we'll have to go with it as best we can. All we're going to do is step through, and you can see the flight plan. First thing I'll bring up is our departure. He says cautiously. Okay, so we're coming off the runway. Hang on, let me do this. All right, that helps. All right, so we'll come off over to DAP and just follow out to DEXEN. Okay, so that's what we're going to watch for here. Okay, so looking good so far. DEXEN, okay.
Ground flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
All right, we'll take care of that in a second. So from DEXEN, you can just see our flight plan here. All right, I'm just going to go boom. And just basically, I'm looking for anything that goes way out of whack really bad. Okay. Right over to Coke. By the way, that BPK right here, that is where we're supposed to go back down to 23,000 to come in. And I'm going to work on the assumption. You got to love this in aviation, that ATC either will be up and tell me to do that, or B, we're going to just stay at 35. Okay, we're coming in on 22 left, ILS, 22 left. Let me take a look here. Select. No, not the 4s. 22 left. Now, all right, so what they're talking about here, we're either going to go CD, which is the route I'm planning to come in. So we're going to be coming in over LGE outbound, swing it back in. Welcome to Europe, folks. We do this on just about every trip. Or we do the inner one, which are the shorter planes. We're going to go, I believe, and we'll transition with this one, see what happens. No, go back. Execute. Cocoa 6, execute. All right, now we should be, oh no, we're not. All right, Coke. It's where we left off. All right, so let's go to our arrival page. Coke is right here, coming into GSY, then Rudix to the VOR, and then we do the little button hook. Now, that all looks good right here. Step, step, step. Are we at LGE yet? Yes. Okay, so centered here. Now what I want to do is bring up the ILS. We need to be on a heading of 026 off this. I really couldn't tell. Could you? 1 degree. I'm going to go with this, folks. I think we're right. Okay, and then step. Okay, and there you go, folks. Let me get this out. Move back over. Back up to map. And we're good. Okay. All right. So payload fuel is up. All right. So there you go, folks. Hang on. Let me get rid of charts. All right. We're a little bit more in depth than I want, but we're ready to go. So we've got her fueled. Cruise landing route is in. And verified. Next up, we're going to go back to route, perf initial, 122.6, just going to verify the number, 22.4. Hang on, let's go verify. We need to be 12359. All right, so let's go forward 1 page. Hang on, folks, I'm just adjusting here really quick. 359, so okay, 12249, drop it 1 6 1 122.359. Okay, there we go, folks. All right, let's come back over here. There we go. Okay, the reserve for today, I'm going to run with 26 plus 5.7. Cost index 8.5. Get in here so you all can see better. And initial 230. Okay, winds were estimated at 23469, 23469. Whoops. All right, and top climb outside air temperature. Let's see what we got here. Top of climb. Okay, that isn't helping. We'll just do this. Transition level 7,000. This is the thing I don't know. I was reading that they said if I find my top of climb, there's a temperature there.
679 at the go down.
Uh-oh, somebody went around. Who went around? Bad attitude, welcome aboard. Hey, we're at your favorite part. Welcome in. All right. Trying to grab the ISA, and I'm not seeing temperature deviations, but no ISAs. And it shows ISA deviation of +00 in my sim brief. Let's see. Discord. Sure, let me just ease on the language there, sir, is all I ask. We're a family channel. I am in. So I have no deviation today? I see you in here.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So you're saying I have no deviation?
Right, so you see where it says ISA deviation +00 / whatever?
Hang on a second. Let me bring it up for the viewers so you too can see it. Oh, where is my browser? There it is. I just went right by it. Boom. All right, now I'm using the American Airlines format. So I've got ISA deviation right here. Hopefully that highlighted for you. It did not. Of course not.
Yes, that is your ISA deviation. So, do you know what ISA is?
Something like standard, international
It's your
standard.
International Standard Atmosphere. Correct. It's how you're able to see how much deviation in temperature the altitude is that you're flying at compared to what all your charts are at. So what happens is you have your chart and it says ISA +5 multiply fuel burn times 1.25 25 times 25% to get in more accurate fuel burn to get to where you need to go.
Okay. So I don't need to put anything in, you're telling me here.
Correct, because there's no deviation right now. The temperature, so you're going at 23,000 feet right now.
At this point, and then climbing at, I think it's called armpit or AMPIT, yeah, down here at the bottom to 35.
Oh, okay, so you're doing a step climb.
Yeah, that's what they came up with at SimBrief.
Right, so at AMPIT, flight level 350, you have no ISA deviation. There is no temperature change difference compared to what the actual temperature is supposed to be.
Okay.
So at 23,000 feet, you're going to be sitting at about negative. I think it's like negative 14. Now, if the temperature at cruise was negative 10, then you have a positive ISA of 4 degrees.
Okay. So
And
like
that's
so here's the nav chart.
hang on, I've got 5 ads. But anyway, yeah, so and that's gonna change your fuel burn if you got ISA deviation. Because your engines have to work harder to generate the same amount of thrust,
Okay.
which means it burns more fuel.
All right. Well, hopefully they calculated all of that for me.
I'd be shocked if they didn't.
All right. So we're going to leave it as is and push on to N1 then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll get rid of the browser and bring in TopCat. And TopCat, I don't think they work on any temperature deviations. I don't see anything. There's takeoff, except we're to a left. An update. Yeah, takeoff won't matter. So, okay, so 210. We're getting closer to the runway heading. Temperature 10, so we don't need any ice. Yeah, we'll do it because of rain. And we'll go, we don't have damp. All right, so compute.
Right, so the standard atmosphere at 23,000 feet is negative 23 degrees Celsius. Or wait.
I did not see anything about temps on my... Hang on, I'll get back to it.
Negative 31 degrees Celsius. My bad, that was negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit. So, if you don't have an IC deviation, then when you're up at 23,000 feet, it's going to be negative 31 degrees Celsius. It's not warmer or colder today wherever you're at.
Dublin.
Ah, good old Dublin.
I have never flown in there, believe it or not, till St. Patty's Day.
I do believe you're going to have one hell of a jet stream there, though.
I haven't looked yet to see. Well, my winds didn't seem too bad. But again, it starts at 23 and then I step up. All right, so we got select, climb 2 should work, take off. CG we'll throw in. Let's put some winds over the runway at 210 / 8. Slopes plus up 0.5. Slash for the heading 277. We are wet. All right, let's see how close it came. We're going flaps 5. 130, we're showing 134, 138. I'm going to go with the 130 just to be safe. 138 and 142. Works for me. CRH off. 5.7. And there you go, folks. We're ready to go. For that, we got a few more checks, and there. So my ISA, I'm not going to worry about it all because what I showed. Hang on, let me get back to that. TD is that temperature diversion. Oh, what am I trying to say? Division? Deviation. That's the word I'm looking for, not. Okay. All right, folks, so let's move on and get this thing in the air so we can get out. Let's see. Wind, again, we were planning, sim brief, showing an averaged 234 at 69. So, yeah, we're going to get a little push. But we also got a long slant down where it's going to be more of a direct cross. All right, so moving into the final stages, let's see, routes in, performance, we got our trim ready. Let's get into the center here and get the main control panel set up. We said 142, so we'll set 152. Even though some people have told me this automatically sets on takeoff, I don't like the word automatic in airplanes. Sometimes it just doesn't automatically do it for me. And again, we're going to... Ooh, what's our initial? Hang on a second, folks. 2222. Left. One. Go. All right. Oh, I hope I didn't select the inner one. And our initial altitude does not show, so we'll set for 23. Flight directors on. And QNH. Altimeter. In Dublin, be 984. Ooh, kind of low. Okay, and over here, keep that for now there, and let's set. All right, there we go. All right, so we got our baro, we got our radar set, we got fuel flow. Let's go up here and kick over the APU, shall we? Okay, APU's coming up. All right, and just a couple more checks, folks. We'll be ready to go here as soon as the APU stabilizes and gives me the, there it is, the blue marks coming on the gen. Going off the ground power, APU bleeds on. And I move that? No, I thought I moved it now. The isolation valve to normal, but it's, or auto, but it stays that way through start. Okay. And we'll do a crossfeed check. Light blue. Off. Perfect. Yaw damper can come on, and we're ready to go, folks.
Boxes, Captain speaking. We're just
Making sure the boxes are and cargo is fully briefed.
One final item that they needed to take care of before we depart. We're pretty close to right on schedule today. Should be just a few more minutes. Maintenance will wrap up and hand us our logbook, and we'll be on our way. Thanks for your patience.
Got to make sure the packages are fully kept abreast. Okay, we're all buttoned up. All right.
Departure, cross check and all calls. Thank you.
Okay, who decided to park right next to me? Hey, you got to move that. And there goes our door. All right, we're ready to go, folks. Okay, the last things were after the barometer. Okay, spoilers are down, flaps are up and showing 0. Okay, and all right, we're ready to go. All set. Let's call better pushback, shall we? Oh, wait, I need to start an ACARS program. Give it a couple seconds here, folks, and we'll be ready to push. Do 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 do. Almost there. You know, it's been quite a while since I've flown into Liege, too, so this ought to be fun. It's probably been a good year, year and a half, maybe even longer. No, I can't remember if this falls under FedEx. I'm gonna have to go. Gonna fall under that, okay. And 35. Route coming in at okay, and turn that off and start. All right, folks, here we go. Now we'll call better pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Uh-oh.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Let's see if it comes across the top of the building like it likes to do. Oh, looks like it's going to come out from within. It's our tug. There it comes out of the building. Go ahead and kill the chocks. All right, looks good.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. All right, so let's get up here. System B.
Welcome aboard,
electric
Captain.
on.
Toes
Fuel
connected,
pumps.
bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Anti-collision. And packs off. Brakes off.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right. Don't want to waste a lot of time here, folks. So with the packs off, let's go to starting number 1. Or number 2, sorry. At 17 to 25, bring the fuel to idle. There goes fuel flow. There goes the EGT, and your N1, N2 are dialing up. Pressure's coming up. Oh, it's in the way. Sorry, folks. Temps are coming up. And we're just about stable. Okay, we're stable. See how we're doing here. We're just about there. Go ahead and start up number 1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
17 again, folks. Okay, we just crossed it. Okay, we got good engine starts. We cleared him out. Left packs are off. Engines ignite. Ground start. Ground 1 start. System A.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Thanks for flying with Mike. See you next time. Okay, probe heaters on. Anti-ice will go to engine because of the rain. Let's see if he's out there yet. Alright, good thumbs up on that. Alright, signaled we saw him. Meter to 1. And probe heat, anti-ice, left and right packs to auto. Isolation valve auto. Bleed off. Apu. Wait a minute, do I gotta come off? No, it's already, ooh, let's get on the gens. Almost forgot that. Now we come off the APU. Alright, taxi. Ooh, let me verify. Flaps 5. Okay. Taxi and runway lights, engine start switches to continues because probably the rain. And landing switch. Okay, that's auto brake RTO. Coming in here to the middle. Go to this. Let's do our systems. Okay, center. Rudder. This also lets me know my hydraulics are working, plus no gust locks. Always a bad thing when those things are in. Couple of really bad corporate jet crashes because of gust locks. Crews got in a hurry. Probably because Muffy and Buffy just had to go. Move it, move it, move it. We got to get to the Bahamas. We got to get out of here. And they followed suit, and, well, not a good story afterwards. There we go. Cleared that off. We're ready to go. And brakes off. Timer started for the taxi. Alright, and auto brake, turn off lights, position, landing lights. Okay, we're ready. RTO, we're ready. Alright folks, if you're liking the stream, would love for you to hit that follow button. That way you can follow along with us. Our next stream probably, let's see, today is Thursday. Probably won't be till Tuesday. Don't know my schedule yet over the weekend, so I can't even with any certainty say there'll be a surprise. So yeah, I'm not sure when. Yeah, it'll be Tuesday at the latest, so. But fear not, though, if we do go live any of those days leading up, you would get an email if you click follow, letting you know we're live. But for sure, we'll be live on Tuesday, and don't even try to pin me down on a date, because it was hard enough for me to figure out what day it was today. We'll hold at the ILS line. All right, last check here. Give you all a last look as well. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me, second there, I thought I got the wrong ACARs running. Wouldn't surprise me on a day like this, folks. All right, so takeoff checks. Okay, auto brakes, reject, takeoff. Lights will be turned on here. We'll get the retractables moving. Okay. Fuel pumps on. I think our beacon came off. It sure did. Okay, and final.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Dublin traffic, FedEx 55, departing runway 28 left. I will give this for ZIBO. They do a much better job with the wipers than some of the other developers. Now, I'm not going to say that wiper systems in airplanes would probably do a great job, but theirs does. All right, flap set 5, blank, auto throttle on. The heck? Oh yeah, there it is. Looking for the chrono button that Airbus has here, folks. Oh boy, that's what you get for being rated in too many aircraft. All right, we're ready to go, folks. All right, final check, slower, ECAM blank, here we go. Go to 60%, even though I know the checklist says differently. Okay, get that forward stick.
V1, rotate. V2.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Yeah, I know what I forgot. Trim.
Gear up.
Actually, not a bad trend. Wow. Go ahead and let Auto have it now. Not doing that bad. Alright, and alright, so what I'm going to run is weather on this one, even though it's not that great, and terrain on this one. Look at her just lapping, folks. What you get when you're light. 116 is all that's really in this plane. Otherwise, what, 25,000? I think we said 27 at the most. Folks, that's a light load for this bird. Get toshed about up here over Ireland. Okay, our first turn. And we're about to... Did we have a 5,000? I don't remember seeing that. Nor do I remember reading anything about a speed restriction. All right. Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I thought we were, you know what, it helps. It really helped to be on nav and VNav. All right. Here, let me go direct. All right, flaps are up. Auto brakes off, flaps up, spoilers set, and transition. All right, we are into page 2 here of our checklist and heading on to, what's it called? Baldonnel, below 9,000. So we'll hold here until we clear, and then we'll start our climb to be below 23,000 at DEXEN. Clouds are looking a lot different here in the UK than the US. All right, let's go ahead and kill the wipers as we begin our climb again, folks. Out to DEXEN. All right, folks, there you go. We've done our climb, starting up through 250. And let me get our lights set. Okay, everything should be, packs are on,
10,000 feet.
And all is well up here and down here. All right, so let's go to all right, folks, and I will be right back. All right, folks, back with you. All right, let's get the wing lights off. And
18,000 feet.
continue our climb. Looks like we've leveled, or just about to level at 23.
As we go.
Take a look at some settings here. Don't know if I have sound. Does not look. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try that. I was right where I was, wasn't it? Yep. All right, we'll try that and see how that goes.
Thousand to go.
Wonder why it overshot. All right, folks, we have leveled off, as you can tell. We're at 23,000, getting ready to make our step to 35,000. I'm going to go ahead and pull back a little bit on this. See if we can get rid of some of that red. That is terrain. Well, no, we got worse. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now that green here is rain. And a lot of it getting ready to hit London and most of southern England, heading up probably over the whole place. But yeah, big system moving in. And here's a look at Sim Toolkit. We're just about to our 35,000 point, and then we track down this way to cross the channel over into Belgium. All right, folks, we got about 50 minutes or so till we arrive. Going to kind of sit back, listen to what you have in the chat, and just kind of roll on. Real quick, we'll do an arrival brief once we hit 35,000, and then bring it home. So, folks, we'll see you in a few. Alright folks, we're back with you. Sorry about the length there, just trying to get the house to cool down a little bit. Yeah, it's gotten actually kind of warm in St. Louis. Oh, I need coffee. There I go, forgetting the most important thing. I had to wait. Alright, so we'll get that here in a moment. Let's see, status-wise, we're at 35,000. Alright, and on course. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this partially set up here. Alright, Liege is currently... Alright, 190. At 14. Temperature showing in at 13. And QNH of 1005. Coming in on flaps 30. Okay, I don't, well, I show rain in a couple of hours, so I think we'll be okay. Go break 2 and currently showing, let's see, we're estimating 128.9. Okay. According to this, our VREF will be around +5, 145, and it'll take 1,000 meters to stop us. 2,200 at break 2, which is about halfway down. That looks pretty good. Okay, looking at the runway, that ought to get us off at around maybe S2, well, that'd be about 10,000 feet, so probably around S3, which will be close to where I plan to park us. Cool. All right, so things are looking up as we track just north of London VOR. Headed our way down towards the coastland. All right, folks, any comments, questions that you'd like discussed here? I'd love to see them there in the comments section over in the stream chat. Let us know, and we'll do our best to try and find an answer for you. I am going to work on a better camera because I kind of liked. A couple streamers I've seen now streaming with one right here. Alright folks, we got about 30 minutes to top a drop. BPK was where they wanted us to come back down to 23. So let's Alright, let's take a look at this, shall we? Alright. Charts. Actually, let's do it from Sim Toolkit. Give me a second here. We'll have things flipped around. And as you all know, I do like having the VFR chart up here. Just gives you an idea what we're flying over. Granted, I could switch it to the high or the low en route, but I kind of like this format. All right, anyway, we that, and all right, so our arrival, folks, is the Coke 6 Delta. So we're going to come in over Coke C 114.5, track down to Gosley there in Charleroi, Belgium, over to Rudix, and then into Liege VOR. Don't believe me? Here's the routing. Coke to GSY to Rudix to LGE, plus our speed requirements. Looks like Coke at 30, 20, 350, 250. Wow. Dragging that all the way in. Okay. And we don't have any altitudes. Nope, nope, and nope. Okay. All right, so DEATIS. I don't know how to find DEATIS, folks, in Europe. If you guys out there know, please hit us in the chat room. Come over to our Discord channel. Free invite there, folks. Free chat in between, especially on days off. I do check from time to time when work allows. Tomorrow's a busy day with flights, but I'll find time. Unless, of course, phone just ready to die. But anyway, these are the different arrivals. RNAV arrivals, overlay, D2. Okay, you got it. All right, so that's our inbound. So again, we're coming in over Coxie, 250. 250 over Gosley, Rudix at 250. Maximum speeds here, folks. It's not saying at, it's saying that's as fast as you can be. And over Liege at 250. We will not be doing 250 over Liege. All right, so hang on a second. Let's select our ILS. I know we did this before. Let's try that one. Let's not. Where's 22 left? Oh, there it is. Oh, here it is, up here now. All right, so I think we did choose correctly. All right, so then from Liege. All right, let's start from the top on this one, folks. Again, our D-ATIS, again, putting it out there if y'all know. The X-bed, first time chat from the XPD. Welcome in, sir. I am doing fine. And how are you? Hope you're enjoying the ZIBO ride in. We're about 30 miles out. I'm sorry, 30 minutes out. Big difference. Just asking if anyone knows how to check D-ATIS in Europe. I know how to do it in the US. We got a great site, but it only covers the US and its territories. Can't figure out how to get to these digital ATISes anywhere else. There's the approach, tower, and ground frequencies. All right, so we're going to be plugging in 109.35. Final approach course 223. Now, when we come inbound at the Liege 5.3, we've got to be at 2,500 feet on glide path. Yeah, but with a D-ATIS, there should be a way to check it on the internet as well. And that's what I'm trying to find out. Oh yeah, 126.255 or 15,450 are our frequencies. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to look ahead like we do in the States. All right, so then the decision altitude is 795 MSL, 200 AGL. By the way, they will equal the same, folks. All right, here we go. Again, coming off 026 out to 8.5, we'll swing back around to 8.5 and come inbound. Crossing the VOR at 3,000. All right, so again, here's our minimums, 795 and 200 AGL. Now for visibility, we need 550 meters, or if we lose some of the approach lighting, so long as we have 750 when flight director, autopilot, HUD, or to decision altitude is not used, then we're 750. And that's when the touchdown zone and CL, that would be, I don't know which light, center lights out. The ALS completely is out, we go to 1,200 meters. Okay, the missed approach course is 215 knots max out to distance 7 Liege. Hiles 2, Pappies both sides to bring us in. So that takes care of the charting. Once we land, folks, whoops, that's the Cat 3 if we need it. I don't think we're gonna need it. Oh, hang on, let me, I've got to turn that off. Yep, I'm going to try to remember. I thought I had that turned off. Hang on. One of them is not turned off. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, I definitely will look for that. I'm going through here real quick. Okay, that one's checked out. Check Nightbot, make sure it's not wigging on me and doing all that. Spam protection. Yeah, it's all disabled. So hopefully now I've got that going. If not, we'll figure it out. But anyway, folks, we plan to get off here at... where'd my charts go? There they are. Oh, I'm on... Never mind, I'm on... Oh... They never left, folks. I accidentally moved them up. All right, so we'll be getting off somewhere, like I said, S3 to S2. If we're, yeah, that'll be about as far as I can imagine us. And then we'll be parking, hopefully, right about here or down here, depending which one we come off at. All right, so looking here, we can see we're south and west of London. And as soon as I pull this back, and how do we get back on that map? And we're 22 minutes out, so let's see. How we doing on top of descent? 100 miles. All right, so let's get in here, make sure everything is set up for our descent. Sim toolkit away. And go here. Let me bring in Top Cat real quick. Okay, let's update. 190 at 16, 1005, we're dry. Flaps 30. Okay, approach speed 151, 140 as of right now. According to this, 30, 141, that's pretty good to me. $109.35. $109.35 heading 223. Heading 223. All right, so everything looks good. All we've got to do is begin setting up our radios. So Coke is 14.5. I don't like this radio that much. Then we said 109.35. All right, and 115.45. $15.7. Okay. So we got our radios all set up. Radial That's what we'll intercept when we get in here. Go see. Oh, that was right. My bad. All right, folks, and we're just getting things set up here. I've already dropped this down a little bit on scale. Top cat. All right, folks, top of descent. $60 miles. All right. What we're gonna do is set 3,000. Uh-oh, something's up. Hope it's not what's going to be what's called a crash to desktop. We are froze. Oh gosh, I think we're going to crash to desktop, folks. Oh boy. We have froze. Hey, we came back. Hey, all right, all right. Yay. Hang on, that deserves me to do something on my part. All right. Yeah, that made me happy. I thought for sure we were crashing to desktop, folks. All right, it found its way. All right, we're going to get back in here so it don't do that. All right, so it's estimating top of descent there. I'm going to go ahead and start now, even though we're still a good 50 miles out. All right, and the reason being, a lot of people wonder, how do you start it ahead of time? Well, you can click descent now, level change, as many of the checklists say, altitude intervention. Either of these will get it going. I'm going to do altitude intervention. And what it's going to do is keep us on VNAV. Now, VNAV's not going to move us very fast, because obviously we got a long way to go. So we're going to have to help it. And we have a speed restriction. So let's go ahead, go into VNAV and start us down. All right, so there you go, folks. That's how you can start these a little ahead of time. Okay, we're about to cross Coke, so oops, let me do it this way. We got to keep the packages up to date, folks. You know, they get a little nervous if they don't know. I'll be right back, folks. I need a cup of coffee. All right, folks. Here we go, down to 23. We're just gonna pull the speed brakes in. 60 miles from GSY. All right.
1,000 ago.
And the only restrictions in this descent, folks, is 250 at each of these fixes, maximum speeds. Interesting, isn't it? All right, folks, we are leveled off. We're going to hold here. And actually, you know what? We're going to set for 3,000. Actually, yeah, 4,000. And when we hit this top of descent, I believe it's going to move us down. We're not VNAV, so. Okay, there we go. Going to set that now to 3,000. Okay, now I am going to bring this in. Same with this. That one's already in. Okay. All right, we got the music killed, folks. And couple of different sources used for our V speed. Right here in the EFB, we don't have this one yet. I've tried filling all of these in. We don't get page 2, but we do have landing, and it right now puts us at 145, 140. I'm using +5. So 150 will be our approach speed into here. And we also verified with TopCat at 150 being our approach speed. About, let's see, we have 35, almost 3,600 meters. We're going to use about 2,200 of them. So, not sure what that'll look like, but there you have it. And for those of you in the Musfuss world, oh my gosh, that coffee's hot. Oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. Maintenance finally fixed that. Anyway, you got to pay a lot of money for quality like this in a 737. This is as good, and in some areas better than PMDG, and in some areas PMDG is better. It's free. Yeah, this is a really expensive airplane, folks, to fly. Breaks everybody's budget every time they start an engine. Free. So yeah, it is what it is, folks. You know how they always say it. All right, so we need to set our, but I thought I'd throw that out there. Some say that's being mean, a little over, but they love throwing it at us that ours is substandard on the sims. And folks, it isn't. It's actually, in my opinion, better than Musfuss in a lot of areas. But we'll leave it at that. That's the only thing we're going to say. Just realize you paid a lot of money for Musfuss and a lot of money for PMDG. I paid $60 for the sim. I didn't pay a thing for ZIBO. Dang. Yeah. So, to each their own. Hope you enjoy your Musfuss. For that price tag that I saw, you better. At least that's what the CEO here says of Flying with Mike. I don't have it. So, and I will tell you this much, not to throw salt in wounds here that this is a free aircraft versus what you paid for PMDG. Everyone asks me why I won't go to Musfuss. Folks, this, I'll call it a chip on my shoulder. While I've forgiven Microsoft, I wasn't one of them affected by what Microsoft did. It offended me that they would fire their gaming staff because their operating system staff had their head in there and caused them so much trouble with botched operating systems they released. You all know which ones. They fired the gaming studio. Oh, not only did they fire them, they did it on an email for 3 days' notice. I've, at that point, was trying to get away from Microsoft. I was done with them. I don't care how real they think they get it. I was done with them. And it took a while for X-Plane to get to a level I could tell Microsoft with a one-finger salute that you all loved to give me when I drove a truck. So that is the main reason I will not even touch. If I could get off Microsoft products altogether, run this under Apple, I would. That is very offensive to me how they treated employees, and I didn't want any part of it. And that's how I can tell them where that's wrong, is in their bank book, and not buy anything from them. So that is why. Uh-oh, somebody's hitting biddies. Oh, somebody cheered 100. Insuk 68. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for the biddies. We appreciate it. 100 biddies coming in. Do I hear 200? No, just kidding. Holy moly. Cheers. Thank you so much, sir. But anyway, that, folks, is why I left Microsoft Flight Simming and went to X-Plane. Had an opportunity with the new computer, and lo and behold, they have gone and really improved from the last time I saw it prior. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead, slow to 240 now. Let's go and, oh, what's our transition level here? You know what? Let's see if anything's up in the Brussels area. Otherwise, we'll go with the charts. I think it's going to be around 4,000 or 5,000 if memory serves. Or they changed it, you know. Like I said, folks, Europe is a unrelenting animal with these transition levels. Yeah, we're going to go with the chart. Okay. Does this chart have one? Set by ATC. One of my favorite lines. 4,500. Okay. One of my favorite lines on charts, set by ETC. The chart's supposed to know. But again, it's Europe, folks. All right, so we'll go here. No, don't remember if I can do that here. Yes, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think we'll go with 5,500. We'll go with 5,500. Either way, folks, it switches at the same number. All right, so we got our ILS set in at 223, 109, 35, and let's switch over to Liege. 1545, we're set. I'm going to change radios, folks, when we get on the ground. I'm going to tell maintenance, get out here and get the right radio in here. Yeah, like they listen to me. Okay, we're direct Rudix. Checklist time. All right, so engine starts, continues, landing lights on. So there you have it, folks. That's why I don't fly Musfuss. Told you, even if it's the most realistic full motion simulator that I could go find down in St. Louis at Flight Safety, still won't. They just really rubbed me so wrong with that. So, and again, I've forgiven them, but I won't. But one of those, I am totally aware of what they did. Temperature 10 degrees. You know what? I'm going to be safe. Already got engine on. Let's go ahead and put the wing on just to be safe. Still wintertime, folks. It still could be some icing out here. Popping out. Look at that, folks. Wow. I don't know if I've been to Liege in X-plane. Huh. I really don't remember. We said 2 for the auto brake. Huh. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Okay, we are just about to Rudix, where we turn to the VOR, and we're going to be low, but that's okay. I was hoping to hit it at 5,000, but I think I'm still, no, it's under. Oh, wow. I've seen your screenshots in Musfuss. I know it looks better than this, but folks, that is dynamite. Holy mackerel. Yep, that is unreal, folks. I mean, I love that. All right, let's go standard and come up to 1005. Oh, I should have done that. The one thing I do like about Boeing is I can set this before I hit standard. I didn't because I've been bus driving too much. And yeah, I have got to get this somehow set. Yeah, I like this view. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to set this view up aside from my number keys because I like the ones I have set already. Although I think I know one I could use. All right, let's see if we can find the runway. I think I just might set that key for this because, boy, I like this view, folks. Pay where? No, and I've been kind of holding off on sceneries. A little nervous putting a lot of stuff on. My system's about upper end of the mid-range for X-Plane 12. It was a nice powerhouse for 11. 3 years old. I'm a little nervous, but I am going to start putting some in. No, I do not have any Dublin scenery, any Liege scenery, no orthos. The only scenery I have is St. Louis from X-Plane 11, and maybe something else, and then of my payware aircraft. But I think I'm going to have to start delving into them, because I have a feeling ortho would look outstanding. All right, yeah, I'm going to have to set that. We're going to have to get that set. Hang on, folks. Get that zoomed in. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's Liege right ahead of us. All right, let's see what our altitude is. 5,000. Going to come on down to 3. Okay, I will look into those, definitely. All right, we're going to take over and come on down. Come on down. Slowing to 210. Okay, I might even set 2,500 here soon. We're about to cross over in 6 miles. Let's take a look. Well, looks a lot like the charts. They got the cargo, oddly enough, everybody else cargo-wise here, and FedEx and TNT and ISIL, right? What's it called? ISL from Israel? Parking over here. That looks really good, folks. And again, that's default. Just so you know, that's default. All right, so let's get out here and get ready for the turn. I'm going to drop to 20 on my screen here. Yep, we're going to go ahead and go to 20. They actually do a pretty good job. There's a couple I've come across that I was a little disappointed in. 2,500 now.
1,000 ago.
But overall, they are very nice.
2,500.
All right, let's start slowing. Heading, this looks like we're heading 026. That is something I am thinking. Ooh, hang on, 210 just reached. I may head up there here soon to Copenhagen. So I try to figure my way through what I want to fly in Europe again as we're back. So All right, so once we hit our turnaround, I'm slowing to 180. Actually, let's go ahead and do it. Lied, 160. Let's go to flaps 5. Brake set, landing gear comes down here in a moment. All right, so here we come, folks, to the turn back into Liege. And I think we're going to be more on track. 223. We are armed with the correct 10935. Here we go. Let's go ahead and slow 150. Go to flaps 10. All right, localizer. Little bumpy here, folks. All right, we're at V approach. Let's go 51. Don't have a glide slope yet. There we do. And let's go approach. Can't remember if this one locks it or not. Okay. 9 miles out, folks. Let's try our new camera point. Oh, look at that. I like that view, folks. Now I just got to fine tune it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. V1, thank you. I like that view from the bus you had a couple days. Boy, I love this view. All right, we're set V approach. All right, folks. Liege traffic, FedEx 55. 7 mile final, 22 left. Let's set up. Yes, I'm holding the gear, folks, till the glide slope starts coming in. And we got us a pretty good crosswind here. Gear down.
Gear down.
This could be fun if we do an auto land with that camera. Ooh. The thoughts going through the mind. Outer marker, folks. Gear down, flap set, auto brake set, and spoilers armed.
1,000. Stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Okay, we're on visual cues now. Hey, Liege traffic, FedEx 55, cleared the land, 2 mile final, 2
500.
left. Oh, now that changed.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Don't know if we're going to have a taxiway. Oh, yeah, we do, right up here. All right, that felt like a good landing, folks. This is nice to taxi with, folks. All right, real quick. Okay, and oh, we never turned the strobes on. Dang it. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead where most of the 7.3s and BAEs park will be right over here. Let me get the rest of this checks done. Radar off, terrain off, TCAS standby. Flaps up, spoilers down, trim 4. I don't know how they're going to do the parking here. The last time I flew out of here, folks, that's where they parked. And they faced either this direction or 180 different. We'll just go ahead right here. All right, let's set up the brakes. Make sure we got everything set to this point. All right, landing, APU bleed and generators. Okay, roll through. Repeat. Okay, anti-ice off. Probe heats off. Bleed air's on now. Staves trim set. Weather radar off. Parking bleeds on. Generator. Go back to auto. Auto. Start levers. Transponders in standby, I believe. Okay, and fuel pumps off. Oh, you know what I forgot to hook up? Ha! That's why she did that. Oops. Oh well. It happens, folks. That's why, yeah, I didn't do the check. All right, so we're shut down here, folks. Welcome in. Let me do some paperwork here. 201, recorded by Mac Air. And the PIREP is on its way to them. Happens to the back. Oops. Let me make sure. I don't think I saw PIREP set. There it goes. And on its way. All right. Just like to make sure it's out there. Close that. Okay. Clear that. All right. So let me pull up some toolkit on my end. And now on your end. Okay, we're showing 191. Pretty well, obviously flown by Otto. Did a great job, Otto. All right, let's take a look at what Sim Toolkit is, why I have it, and why I always recommend it. Folks, you got to get this program. It's got a lot of great tools for you for planning, real-world map flight following, so you can see if you have controllers like you do over in London right now waiting for you. Things like that. It really does help. Well, look, there's the weather. All right, so let's come over here, finish the flight. Sometimes it will. I don't think I have this plane in here. That's why. Oh, I do. I don't know why it didn't finish it for me. All right, so we'll just, and any of these flights, by the way, folks, you can do this on and go back and see how well you've improved. When we go to view details, gives us a little bit. Full landing report. That's what I love this program for. Not only does it give you the metrics, but now you get to see where you touch down. All right, so quick runway. Are you serious? It had me set up on the other runway. Oh, well. All right, well, it was set up in my flight plan for 22 right, and I didn't catch it. All right, so working from this runway, that's why we're 700 feet left of center, because we're way over here instead of over here. Oh, well. But anyway, where the blue line is, or this long white line, that's your threshold, folks. That from here on down the runway is your landing area. Over here is not your landing area. So for our runway, that starts here. Now what this is here is a displaced threshold. Basically looks like about 1,000 feet it's giving you extra for takeoff, but you don't get that for landing. Your aiming point starts here. This is the end of the landing portion of the runway, and then tracking on down. Each of these hash marks, folks, 500 feet. So here's a 1,500 foot, 2,025, we'll call it 2,700 feet down the runway. Again, folks, it's 12,000 foot long. We're okay. Take a breath, we're okay. Now, one thing to note with these hash marks. Okay, so that's telling you 500 feet. So here is the end of the landing zone. So now I'm within the landing zone. Great, we did great. Now, if you start going down here, and look, they're down here, that means you're running out of runway. Now, you can go off this in a roll-off from your landing. You can't land in there, but you can roll off of it. On a 12,000 foot runway, most people are going to make it to here, or worst case here. But it could be fatigue, but push you way down here. If you end up in the grass down here, shame on you. You landed really way too far. And as I alluded to, see how the 737s are, parked here? Yeah. That's what I remembered from here. And then here's where the real world FedEx parks and other European cargo carriers. But FedEx used to or may still be part either owner, co-owner of TNT, ASL, Atlantic, whatever they call themselves today. They keep changing their name. All right, so enough on the metrics. Let's see if we're going to be able to, hang on, I'm going to get rid of some programs here. Delete. Okay, and let's get rid of TopCat. We don't need it. And I'm even going to get rid of that. And okay, so let's try this. APU is still on, right? Oh, no, it's not. Hang on, let's get it fired up real quick. Of course, there is no such thing as a real quick fire up on the APU. What we're going to do is try to rewind and see how we did here, folks. And while we wait on that, real quickly. Terminate the flight within here. Just waiting on the APU. There we go. Bleeds on. Back over here. Home. Chocks. GPU. Let's give it a try, folks. Yesterday it was really squirrely, and I think it's because of very close to sunset. Uh-oh, we may have the same trouble today, too. And we did. Crashed the desktop. All right, well, that happens, folks. That indeed happens when you're still in a beta version, and even though they kind of call it out of beta, but it still seems to act like it from time to time. All right, folks, well, I am going to leave you right here. Let me get some music rolling here. And hope you all have a great day. Tuesday is definitely going to be a day we're going to fly. Don't know what we're going to fly. I got a feeling I'm going to fly the A320neo again. So just got a feeling that's what I want to fly. So folks, I hope you all have a great weekend. God bless you all, and we'll see you for sure Tuesday. Who knows? Maybe Saturday or Sunday, a surprise stream. See you then.